Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for your patience. We've been having quite an interesting time technically, and thanks to dear Susan who jumped in with all sorts of very insightful help, and somehow our problem has resolved itself magically. So here we are. This is the June 10th Sensual Spirituality meeting, dancing in the easy innocence of abundance. I'm so excited to have you all here. I'm so excited for this energy. I'm excited for you to be here in the ground level of this creation. It's when there are stadiums full of people, you will be the core that got it all started. So now I want to go into a little bit of the basics of energy orgasm. 13 years ago, when I wrote Orgasm Your Dreams to Screaming Success. And that was working with physical orgasms at that time. We're back. It did it back. Yes, physical as opposed to energetic. I wanted to see you and I moved that and now it's all flashing again. Okay, here we go. No, I just don't know what will change it. Oh, that changed it. It's perfect now. Okay.
Whatever you did, it works.
13 years ago, when I wrote Orgasm Your Dreams to Screaming Success, that was working with physical orgasms. I didn't really know about energy orgasms at that time. And they are a different phenomenon. For men, it's very important to recognize that there's no ejaculation. Although once men master an energy orgasm, they prefer them. And it also helps them with their sexual longevity because, you know, they are able to remain potent much longer in their lives, and they can go for the, 7-hour sessions and experience the same sensations of orgasm that their partner's feeling over and over and over, which is not normally what they get to have. So energy orgasms are very real. They're just a different phenomenon. And what I'm understanding, because this path has just gotten exploded, it's gotten expanded. I get a little breadcrumb, and a few orgasmic experiences, and that's really how I'm being led, is my own excitement about these discoveries and the beauty and the passion that's coming through. And so in these energy orgasms, they can happen just in a room with people, and it's bringing back the innocence, our sexual innocence. There's so much, we all know that there's sexual shame in our society, but I was thinking today about the term sexual performance, that you have to perform, you're performing, when is it ever just playful and fun? And like, I remember as in my 20s, just like, oh my God, am I going to be good? There was so much, nothing fun at all about that pressure. There was so much pressure. And so a lot of playing with the energy orgasm is in order to get to our physical guidance. This is so Earth was created as a place to mix the broadest range of energies together, just to throw all the wildest shit in there and just see what happened, because Source didn't want to know everything. She wanted to discover something new. And so this has never been done. And so it's actually, we're quite remarkable to other beings in the universe because of just the range of vibrations that we're able to handle. And now I'm just losing my thought. But to navigate this particular terrain, it's a tough ass terrain. It's difficult. It's harsh. It's, there's a lot of suffering our planet's been through. So we need our guidance, and that guidance can't be mental. The mental guidance is easily programmed. The mind can only take, the experience that it's had and formulate some formula for staying safe. And the guidance that we need is our emotions and our sexual guidance. So where we're going and where this is taking us is into the place where when something is true, you feel it. You feel it in your pleasure. You feel the truth of it. And there's something very incontrovertible about when a divine truth hits you and you have this energy orgasm. There's no arguing that away. That really happened. So that's the number one function of this function of sensual spirituality, is guidance. Number two is it's here to direct your dreams. So if you have a dream and you have this orgasm about it, that's a very powerful stream of emotional energy that's going into that creation. And so it's like a dream builder. And because our inner, that's the highest level of energy that we have, and it's the highest force of it. So you're just shooting this love bomb into whatever it is that you want to create. Another use for it that's really powerful is, and by the way, until I go into a deep channel, there's always time for questions if anything hits any of you. And same thing for you, Gary. Gary is our creative technical director on Zoom. So thanks for being here tonight. The other thing that it's very useful for, I find, is when things are going really great and you're just so wired and you're just so hyper. It's wonderful to expend energy that way. It helps you release excess excitement. So that's another really cool thing for it. The vision that I have, and by the way, I have a YouTube channel, and there's a website. There's all sorts of information there for free, but there's a video for men called the Squirtless O. So what I was talking about earlier is outlined a little bit in there, and it came through Sean Connery, of all people, came to me, and it's all in his voice. So it's quite entertaining. He's like, if you want to say something outrageous, do it very seriously. So anyway, that's Sean and the Squirtless O. But I do feel that this is going into stadiums full of people in unity consciousness, feeling one another and having these peak experiences together simply from our vibrational level. No one's even touching, or they could be holding hands, but it's going to be an evolution in human consciousness that we can unite in this way, because obviously this eliminates boundaries and borders and enmities, when we have an intimate experience with someone. Another really powerful event I started in 2014. 2014 is significant because Valentine's Day is 2/14, and this happens at 2:14 p.m. in each time zone. And it started in 2014, and it's the global O. So this is an actual physical, or it can be an energetic orgasm, but it's an orgasm for peace of the whole world together. And it's more accessible, so it's more physical for people that don't understand energy orgasm. So that's been going on. We had our 11th or our 10th one this last year, and we'll have our 11th one next year. So mark your calendar. Eventually, this is going to be, Valentine's Day is going to be an international holiday in observance of the global O, so people can have their practice of it. So when we talk about abundance here, we have to talk about the nature of this reality. And the nature of this reality is energetic. And I couldn't find the exact reference. It's in a book that was channeled from Yeshua. But if you took the computer calculations that it took to make this reality appear real, pure solid, I shouldn't say real, it's always real, but to make our everything here a pure solid, it would take the fastest computers we have today, like billions of years. There was just such calculation that went into making this appear real in order to play this game that we chose as the divine creators ourselves of not knowing and having to discover and coming into this reality of like, whoa, what's happening? What is this? Who am I? And not realizing that we are the creator of it all. So one of the important principles is, I call it the 93%, and that is the fact that in any situation, our five senses put together, sight, sound, touch, taste, and feeling, they are put together only capable of detecting 7% of the electromagnetic spectrum. 7%. So 93% of what's going on right here, we have no idea. Like I say, we could have pink elephants walking through our bodies right now. We'd never know. If they were just at a different frequency. That's what happens with what we call death, is people just go into a frequency we can't detect. They're here. We just can't see or feel or touch or taste them anymore. But so in order to understand how this reality works, we have to understand the importance of this 93% from which everything comes. The 7% is just the result of what's going on in the 93. And that's what we're accessing through this mechanism and through just in general elevating our consciousness. Now, let's see. The real ease that's going to come into all this, again, is knowing that in order to have abundance, we just really need to not push it away. That's all that's really required. So I'm going to start with a pre-channel that came 2 days ago. And again, have any questions, I'm happy to take them, but I'm just going to read to you what came. It's called Say Hello to the Kush. The Kush Life. Dear ones, and this is channeled from my guides. Right now they're being called the Hallelujah Glory, but they always like to change their names. But because on the other side, no one's really concerned about naming because they all know they're one. Dear ones, most of what we're saying here is embedded in the subtle, soft carpet that vibrationally underlies the words you're hearing. Each time you listen, they will go deeper, meaning that the softening is penetrating the shell of your beliefs about survival and thriving and frolic. This is a time to stop and look around you, to see what is true and what was taught to you in well-meant falsehood. The key is seeing what you don't see yet, what you think is solid external reality and is a fixed, unwanted situation. The fact is, darlings, such a thing does not exist in all the universe. Everything is energy. Energy flowing according to attractive and repulsive polarities. And by polarities, we do not mean that there's actually any separation, such as light and dark, good and evil. For the fact is, they are all only love in the end. They only appear as such because this is how you constructed the game where you forget everything in order to make a real challenge out of life. We mean that all the things you classify as real and solid are completely malleable to you within your private hologram that you and only you control. Isn't that just so relaxing? To know that all you have to do is stay conscious, stay in your power, stay in your beautiful heart. That's it, literally. And all these things shall be added unto you, to quote someone famous. When you wake in the morning, awaken in the kush your life can be. If you wake in its disaster land or anticipated disaster land, resculpt it with your energy wave. We should define this kush life for you because it is beyond what most of you can imagine. It is a life of clean and simple honor that does not need to be won or fought for. It simply is. Everything you need is here for you because you, as the portal of infinite creation, can open up to allow that. That is simply all that needs to be done. But how to open up? So I'm going to digress here because this involves the discussion of the dimensional aspects. Most of the planet is still in a third dimensional reality, which involves lack, limitation, struggle, heartache, illness, trying to earn your value, trying to make your life work, trying to survive, the struggle, that's all third dimensional. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. It's like kind of what we came here for, is to have this rush of this life. The fourth dimension is when we open up and realize, oh, I have something to do with this. And that's the dimension of transformation. So that's where people meditate, they go to trainings, they read books, they, do yoga, there's no end to the plethora of modalities that people choose. And if, by the way, if anybody feels like they want to lie down and be comfortable, feel free. Yes, Paul?
Yeah. Can I ask a question about a dream?
A dream? That's fine.
Do you ever intuit dreams? Do you have an idea of what dreams?
So the best, the one that works for me the best, I got from Vicki Noble's Snake Woman. You take whatever this dream feeling, this character, the core of what it really, the essence of it to you. And you imagine it, you sit down, you imagine it sitting on a pillow across from you, and you ask it, what part of me are you? And then you sit on the pillow and answer yourself. Because dreams are an internal dialogue between the different aspects of the self. And so when I do it, I always get the answer, well, I'm the part that wants XYZ. I'm the part that wants to do this or that. So I think that that's the most foolproof method, because that way that you're going to, it's not like it's being handed to like some definition, like a store means food, or something like that, like it's just a living technique for you. Does that answer?
That's good.
Okay, cool. So in this fourth dimension, we get very busy. We're doing things. We know, that we're going to get there. We really work hard, but we never get there. What we get is more to do, more that needs to be done, because the basis of that is that I'm not enough now. I have to change. I have to evolve. I have to grow. I have to become better. I have to become bigger. And that will never stick, and it will never be possible for you to actually attain that. It's completely unattainable. What we are stepping into, and what is different here, and what is not generally known in the planet, is the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension starts from the perspective that I'm already everything I could possibly be. I'm already valuable. There's nothing I could ever do to increase the value that I came in with when I was born. I'm perfect. I'm in control of this. This is my dream. Everyone is acting out a role I gave them for my soul's benefit, which might not have been what my human wanted, but my soul was more interested in my growth and evolution and didn't care how rough it got. Right? So when you take this radical responsibility for everything that's happened, that it was all for your good, it's all happening for you, it changes everything, and true miracles can happen. So that's the core, that's the meat of what we're really about here, is stepping into and staying in this fifth dimension. And so we'll talk more about that and play with it as we go. But yay, welcome to the fifth dimension. So the way to open up, everything you need is here for you. We're back in the channel now, the pre-channel, because you, as a portal of infinite creation, can open up to allow that. That is simply all that needs to be done. But how to open up? Simply do not doubt. That's it. Of course, there are baby steps. And you were never meant to do this alone. That's what the Wayshowers and archangels and ascended masters are for. So that when you start into this new thing and then you go back into, because you've got these neurosynaptic patterns that are quite different. And so you naturally will go back to the old ways. But when that happens, the key is not to judge yourself. It's the self-judgment that gets to be the loop that keeps you trapped in it. Oh, I did it again. No, it's like, no big deal. Silly me. That was silly. Back into my heaven. And again, there's no better or worse. The third, fourth, fifth, none of it is higher or lower. There's no person that's better or worse. The worst criminal that ever lived is no worse than Jesus Christ. You know, we're all there. It just doesn't exist. There's no judgment. It just doesn't. It's inapplicable. You really know that, for example, that you've forgiven something when you realize there never had been anything to forgive. That's when you really have forgiven, because you know that everyone's always doing the best they can. And if they could have, they would have. So when you realize and get it in your bones that you are the creator of all it is, this is the realization we all come here to embody, that we're the creator of all that is. The fact that a part of us, as one with all, drew up the galaxies and then dreamed them into creation, when that knowing becomes as real as your external sense data, you can take a deep breath and relax. You can relax because it's all been done already by you in a current parallel reality. That's a lot to swallow. So for now, let's just say you can relax because you know, because you choose to believe that everything is going to be all right. More than all right, actually, completely fabulous. But when the reality of how cushioned you actually are in every way settles in, it will feel like falling into a giant powder puff. It will really be the wings of your angels that are always supporting you, except that you will be able to feel them sensorially. And I had an experience about 2 weeks ago now of Wayne Dyer coming to me. And it's funny because I love him. And when I hear him, I fall in love with him. But my mind says, oh, you know, he's so mainstream, you know, like, you know, he's gone on now, but, you know, he's like, oh, he's not wild enough for me, you know. But he came to me and he just, in such tenderness and slowness, said, have you ever been held in the wings of angels? That was his question. Have you ever been held? In other words, the question was, have you ever allowed yourself or known or felt that you are held in the wings of angels? And like when I'm getting ready for this event tonight, you know, no matter what seems to be going on, we're all being held in the wings of angels. You know, and that's the kush of which we speak is the knowing that regardless of the obstacles that loom in your path, all is well, and all is well, and all manner of things shall be well. For there is a force of love in the universe that holds us and will never let us go. And the person that wrote those words is Julian of Norwich, who was called an anchoress. An anchorite was a man, an anchoress was a woman, and this was a person, she lived in like the 1300s. And they lived in this little tiny room off the church that had a little window that could see the church. And that had, they never left that room their entire life. They stayed in that room. And when she did that, when she wrote that, the world event that was taking place was the bubonic plague. So, and her book is called, it's something about the experience of divine love, something like that. It's what she wrote. So now, beloveds, feel the velvet kush, feel the wave of cream in which you are floating. Feel the lightness of having the pressure to perform and accomplish and achieve lifted from you. Feel your mind at rest because it no longer needs to figure out everything and make it happen. Feel peace, feel satiation, feel nurture. They are all yours by nature. Even the cheetah in her hunt does not experience lack or worry, nor does her prey, who is using that opportunity to blossom into light. So this last sentence is highly significant to me, the blossom into light. I have a dear friend named Fiona Paul, who's in the UK. And she, we had been talking about this deer that was in the roadway when she was driving, and she stopped so not to hit it. And then the deer got out of the way, so she thought, okay, I'm safe, I'm good to go. And the deer looked her in the eye and smashed into her car and died. And she wanted to go back and like heal the deer and save it and be with it. And she wasn't allowed. She physically could not move her body back to take care of the deer. And so she went on and she had a vision of the deer with the deer's baby. And she went, oh my God, this deer, has left this orphaned fawn behind. And the deer said, no, no, no. My babies kept transitioning. And you helped me go be with them. And I was waiting for a vibrational match. I was waiting for someone that could help me, that would make it easy for me. And so the light is what she sees. And now whenever I see roadkill, I see light, because that's where a being transitioned, The other piece of this is the word blossom. So, and this also came through Fiona. Fiona was an animal trainer, and then she became an animal intuitive. Not so much that she channels what animals say to her, but the spirit of an animal will come to her. And the first one that came to her was a cow. And it was a cow that was talking about how, and I'm just going to show this up to the camera. Let's see.
Good.
Yeah. So this cow, you guys can like pass it on around and see. And Fiona, I should say, has never been trained as a painter. She never had painted anything before this painting of a cow named Blossom. So Paul, Paul. Yeah, so she's very gifted, intuitive. She does private sessions online, and she helped me feel the love of my son when I couldn't conceive of it. I have a beautiful 47-year-old, very successful son that won't talk to me because he was kidnapped when he was 5, and all of this chaos I created in my early life, so that I could learn to love him in the most extraordinary way, and sterilize myself after that because I didn't want to replace him. You know, I think any good mother would protect their child in that way. He was like the everything. And so, anyway, yeah, check her out. Fiona is wonderful. I just love that. We'll take this opportunity to blossom into light. I had to diverge into that. When you understand the basic dreamlike structure of your reality that is veiled in form, thank you, Dawn. You will see how fluid and malleable it is, and how seeming miracles are only the shifting of energy in unexpected ways. And all of this is to bring you into your own peaceful dream of a world, your own quiet heart, the place where your skin cells feel safe to open their mouths to the pleasure and comfort that surrounds them. We have no idea yet of how easy and carefree your life is meant to be. There is no acting from obligation. There is no doing your duty. It is only about following the light, which is your greatest joy. You can hold out for your highest good, which will always be your delight. Your highest good will always be your delight. This is a sacred calling, to listen to the stirrings within your heart and follow them without question, knowing they have only your good in mind. The heart never speaks with anything other than a subtle nudge. It will never tell you something that is emotionally charged with fear or pressure. Many of us have never heard a voice like that. And soon you will know, recognize, and accept only that gentle, loving presence. Yes, the easy flow of abundance is the opposite of everything you have ever been taught. And yet this transition can be done easily if you let it. The main thing is not to judge yourself if you slide back into the old ways, because that is natural, a matter of neurosynaptic programming. When you notice an old pattern and dismiss it lightly, you can easily slide into the new and splendid garment of ease, and knowing that your success is assured, and that you are not required to define what that success will be. Beloveds, all the craving, the slaving, the pressure on your planet stemmed primarily from the false difficulty created around gathering resources. Truly, dear ones, the planet is here with all you need to support you. There is free energy in the air, no need to mine or pollute. All that is truly needed is for you to take a deep breath into knowing your power, and all else will follow. We love you and look forward to playing with your journey of unfolding. Resources are a huge piece of the pie. Enjoy them, relax into them. Do only that which lights up for you, since that is the most direct path to abundance. Your inner light and excitement are here to lead you to your treasure, and anything else is dragging you away. Listen to your light. We love you. We love you. We love you. And with that, we are done. So that was the pre-message that came a couple of days ago. It's such a wonderful time right now to be alive. I don't know if anybody's been seeing these pictures of Stonehenge with the Northern Lights shown, but it's just phenomenal right now. The Northern Lights are actually inner sun and the inner earth projecting out to the north and south poles. So if that doesn't tell us it's a special time, what it does, you know, they've never seen that far south. So I think now would be a good time for me to just go into a short channel, and then we will have our recording from Megan and Olivier, where we can dance our energy, but that's another piece of that ahead. Does anybody have anything they want to say or ask before we do that?
I had something just to download that got while we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to what you told me to do with that dream. I can share it.
Sure.
I'll try to be brief.
I think it would be good if you came up here, because the acoustics might be better for the people at home.
Sure.
This is Paul.
Thank you. Oh, hi. This is air squat time. Let's see if we can raise this up. Oh, there we go. I thought I was gonna have to air squat. So 3 weeks ago, I went to a all nations native gathering where grandmothers and individuals from all over the planet came, and it was a gathering of the eagle and the condor, where Star Nations people came together to honor our ancestors, to develop sacred fire that we kept burning the entire gathering, and to call upon the spirits of our ancestors to honor them with gifts of tobacco and various things. And there was an experience I had where one of the grandmothers from Australia, the spirits came to her in the middle of the night and shared with her this vision. And she came right to the fire. There was like 5 of us around the fire, just guarding it and keeping it stoked. And she told us this dream for like 2 hours, and I couldn't understand it. Couldn't understand what she was saying. To me, it sounded, first of all, the Australian accent to the American accent is tough, especially when they're going fast, but I just couldn't, it wasn't making any sense. So a few hours later, we did a tree meditation next to a huge fir oak, 200-year-old tree, ginormous. We did this tree meditation where we imagine ourselves being a tree and planting our roots, our feet into the ground. We then, we went through that and we chanted, and we sang the drum and used the rattler, and it was amazing. It was incredible. My friends got a kick out of that. And so while we were there, we finished the meditation. We sat with it. It was beautiful. Many hugged the tree and put their hands on the tree. And so a few hours later, this divine light being named Omba, she had this gift, and she put her hands on the sides of my head and told me and had me do some deep breathing. And then she had me envision myself seeing a tree full of blossoms. If you can sort of just imagine yourself closing your eyes and see yourself, your favorite tree, whatever tree you've seen throughout your life, full of blossoms. What are the color of the blossoms? How do you see the blossoms show up? All of that. And then imagine the blossoms coursing through your veins, coursing through your bloodstream, coursing through your body. What does that feel like? And how does that look? And then she said some things in the star language that I didn't understand. It sounded Hawaiian. Anyway, it was an amazing experience. 2 nights later, I had a dream that I was a tree. I had a dream that I was a massive tree with my roots planted deep into the earth. And I've just now been going around trying to figure out what that dream meant, with the teaching you gave us to sit with the dream as if on a bed, sitting on a pillow. And so I did that, and I turned myself as if I'm looking at the tree, and then as if I was the tree answering. And I felt I am your higher consciousness. I am your inner awareness, your inner knowing, that to remind you of what your ancestors already knew and what your ancestors were doing to protect the earth and to protect Mama Gaia, to protect this sacred ground that is being bastardized in many ways, and plundered. And it's an inner knowing to to do something that I personally have been putting aside for so long, which is I've been burying my head in the sand, being ignorant about what's happening to Mama Gaia. And, we hear about what's going on, and I don't want to make this a soapbox, but it was merely an inner knowing to become an expert and to become more of an expert on what's happening to our planet throughout the world. And I believe as we do that, we will be able to come together in a greater way for world peace, for greater love, and truly become warriors of peace. There's a lot more I can say, but that's really it. Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. That is awesome. Okay, well, let's go into the juicy part and just see what the guides have to tell us tonight. And there may be star language, and they've also told me that they want to channel have a little fiddle love come through on channel. So we will see how that turns out. So I'm going to take some deep breaths, connect to the larger self of me and the larger self of all of you and the larger self of all those listening in time and perpetuity to this. Since time and space are not relevant or real. So here we all go together. Dear ones, we had to start off with a bang. We had to let you know that we are here. We arrived in our chariot, in our orgasmic glory, into all of you here. And this is a surprise for Gwendolyn because she's been feeling like this experience only happened in privacy. And here we are all together in this womb of love, in this place of knowing our perfection, in this place of feeling all that is here and all that is possible for us. Taste the energy. Feel it. Feel what's right here. Feel what you are made of and feel what is around you. Feel how delicious these interacting force fields taste. Feel how incredibly pleasurable every moment of this existence has been meant to be for you. For indeed, dear ones, as you ascend into your energetic sensitivities, as you feel your energy interacting with other energies, the unity of those energies is where you get off. The unity is what gives us our delight, our joy, our happiness. It is the bonding and the unity of all of these things that appear so different, sliding into one another and mixing and binding their energies and stirring the pot together as you came to do on this magnificent, crazy planet of yours. Stay in this energetic perception, even when you are eating your food. Feel you as an energy being consuming energy in the form of the food, because you will discover that there is so much pleasure in the energy of every raindrop that hits you, every atom of air that touches your skin. It is all vibrating with love. And there's nothing more delicious than love. As you begin to sense with your nerve endings the sensations of love that are bathing you in every moment, the stroking of the angel wings, even the feeling of sunlight on your face. It is as if we are running our fingers through your hair, patting you on the head, letting you know how beloved you are. And the more that you can feel into this belovedness that you are, the more you will enjoy all that is, the more you will have to offer, the more it becomes fun. It just does. There's nothing better than tasting the love that's here for you. And as you begin to see into and feel into this love, the bad taste will melt away. The bad memories, all of it will seem to fade. It will not be important. It will not be jarring. It will not be harsh. All of those things will simply melt into the new reality of love that you are choosing in every moment. And you will begin to learn the power of your imagination. Your imagination is here to be your paintbrush. Your imagination is the architecture of your future. And as you feel into this imagination, you will feel it spread out, these beautiful banquets for you. You can play in it, play frivolously. There is no end to what you can create with it. There is no limit. There is no too much. It is simply here for you. It has all been here for you all along. It is perfect. It is beautiful. And you are here in this physical form to experience it physically. And this is the key. This is the secret. This is what has never been done before, dear ones. This is your mission. Because as you sense, as your senses heighten and come into these more ecstatic realms, you, being one with all that is, communicate this naturally. You cannot help but communicate this to the entire universe, and we get to see the show. We get to feel it. We get to taste it. We are experiencing it through you. That's why what is going on your planet is so very special right now. Nothing this bizarre has ever been attempted and have it worked. There are so many failed attempts on your planet alone to get photosynthesis to work, to get a race of people that would not annihilate themselves one another. This is your 6th attempt at human life on this planet. And this one is the one. This time is the time. This is where we are stepping into something completely new. So there is nothing in reality for us to teach you. You are going to be our teachers, dear ones. You are the ones experiencing these new sensations and transmitting them to us. We are here to nurture and guide and give you the maps of how to be in your fullest expression. You are the ones that will be expressing. You will be the ones that get to have this and to share it. And get to elevate yourself into this place beyond all caring, beyond all knowing. You are going to love beyond love. That's what we're here doing. We are expanding love into places it's never been, things it's never done. It's never been like this before, ever, ever. Feel that. Feel the chills that brings. Feel the knowing of how breathtaking this moment is. And here you are. Here you are. You have everything you need. You are all you could ever become. There is nothing that has ever been wrong with you. You are clean, pure, innocent, completely experienced, and you are ready. You have come this far, and you are ready. You are ready to step forth into the intimacy of the divine. And what we desire to express with you and through you in this holy bonding, this holy sexual communion, is for you to become more honest, more authentically yourself, more unafraid to express your sexual feelings, knowing they're playful, they're innocent, they're funny. What is more funny than sex? Oh, dear ones, we are having so much fun. We've been wanting this for you for so long. This is such an important key to unlocking all of the misunderstandings that have been in place. They cannot hold when people are feeling their truth. All of those things are built upon constructs that have been imposed. When you are moving from the divinity that is within you, nothing can stop you. There's nothing to be afraid of because you are the brightest light. There's nothing that is dark that could ever stand in its presence. This light that you are beaming from this place in this room is shining throughout all of the galaxies and all of the dimensions. It is known and seen and heard, and we are clapping. We are standing up and saying bravo and giving you a standing ovation. Yes, dear ones, bravo to you. Bravo to you. Bravo to you for staying true, for coming through all of the illusions and all of the seeming hardships and all of the failures and all of the situations that you really did not like. Bravo to you, because they have had their effect. They have brought you to this place of knowing your perfection. Ale kamonda ke ka folapa amatuda kera o faka lama ara oramona hanaika alafeka omaha halamina omahika alafora ikanuma halauna alamo alafoka alashena. Oh, na shina, oh, na fona, oh, na mina, oh, la ika hena, oh, the chikatupa, kapo, ka ala hapa, ala unta, hina, hana, oh, tishu, pata, kitata, hovala. Now I'll play the violin. You. I could have done that all night. I just feel the love coming through. Okay. Mhm. So and are there any questions in the Zoom, people? You guys look good. Oh, yeah. I can't hear you, Daniel. Are you muted?
I am muted. No, I'm not.
Oh, there you go.
So I was saying that unfortunately the fiddle didn't come through. The Zoom was blocking the background noise.
Oh.
I was wondering if you were hearing that too.
Oh, okay.
So we would hear a
was-
little, we would hear a little kind of snippet of a note kind of halfway through every once in a while that would squeak through the filter, but
Oh, okay. We
but
have
it
a
looked
backup
pretty.
copy. Yeah, we have a backup copy. And so I'm on another recording, so hopefully we can edit those in so you'll be able to hear it on the replay.
Cool.
It was amazing. I was surprised.
Very cool. Thank you for
Just felt-
sharing.
Yeah, it just felt like love coming through. So to end this night of abundance being easy and dancing, you guys feel like hearing this recording of our friends in from Portugal?
Most assuredly. I'm listening.
Okay. All right, so I will bring them up. It takes just a couple of adjustments here.
And when are you gonna do original sound, or is it going through?
It's both.
Going through,
Mhm.
soft, loving awareness to your heart. Rainbow ripples in the water. Soft, soft love. Niamoriao hurupi. Nananera tio. Amyambetrayao Anyatraye Borutirsiye Tirokoyu Mahanguroye Amburiepyo Apiu piruye Apiu tiruye
Hepa yoko yomaye, enayas Yo 보르지 보란냠 보르죠 우야맘 보라지 하쇼 모란냠 다르죠 어보히 모르죠 아코야 어보히 이르지지 마음 보르죠 열어죠 모르지 아시아 그라냐오 부르지 부르지 아명 구르죠 구르죠 마로해 샤오 오르죠 어르지 가라죠 미아히요 구로히요 미아람 바라예 바라예 구 마마라예 헤야 마라헤야 우후 나우 te e siara miao hu. Miro ya ha ha o rio ambore. Ina trau hi yo yo yurtiao mien burutiao. Anara yo o mirutiao siao eratiao o po tirao I kirao o mamburio he agariamao o rutie yurutie yo ho. Miambo tu yoro tiao siambo tiao ha iku e aha ku ama tio boa nerati urturu yepo siam porio hi siambio ya kura mioro he yario mioro yuriri kora miambo sia ao yoro yuritie ya ahu bora iya naranyangku 들어인다 오고 너희를 양보효 하오 후르지 바라잠보 효량보 후 아움부리 트람바오 휴 Siata taci asim puto troia cha isimo moya kota cha isimi baracha eseto androche eseta cha isimo upavo imono cha isitu chia emonyo cha chara yeta andro cha isimburo cha esim fo aramia treya ekatan cha sepo ipro siambara cha sete cha istro papana cha ikuya tan cha isya Emyokocha esya mukacha esya enamundra esya trusyamba o akeya. Andiocha isyamboka ita icha syumpa hikoya moyengara cha isepyu. Inandroye siei roi amboye tiara myorotio Esiamboriambo yiretio I oyamboya karotio Hetiao hupio ambo Inanacetia piurutia munratio yakoye protia simborotia buya mambaratia Masya traya che issurutium borutium boroye kuya emoyomoyo rirotria siritium borio poyo ho Mironyam barati asyako baratia lirodi borotie kuratiao Miondruya tiao amendro chaye puru Mianotro atrayangora tiara siao miondro ikura Narachi yasyambiura tiande yara chao Amyuru piro po yitroya mayamba yitroya poya tiamboro Miratia puriyam buratia iricha siriandruye poyo ho Ina yitra isimbio iru puro siramyo Iro yasiram biru like a whisper. And know yourself changed forevermore. Basking in golden being Koropia isyamboruti Ambo tyoroyi
When star constellations are born, threads of energy that were there at the beginning of the cosmos come together and shine their light. And they shine because that is their nature. That is what they were created to do. It is who they are. And so it is for us. As we shine our light, it's what we have been created for.
Ashimosao inenaitat enanajay seboy o abani mai tachay burning brightly.
And in the burning comes a release.
Chia se moya moro tiere chia seo. Mamoro poyara nada tiara tiara moya de chai ayotiu.
Lower, denser frequencies are released, and new, brighter frequencies are embraced.
Let it go, 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 let it go. Oh, he threw ya mo, oh, him, oh, it ya, oh, se mo, who you do,
You are alive in this moment because you agreed to come and shine.
In beauty, beauty, in beauty, beauty.
Shining through your eyes, through your words, through your actions, through the love that you send out from your heart. Shining just by being you. And so, feel this constellation, this group of shining lights. All of us who are connecting in this frequency right now.
Rainbow ripples in your water, in your water.
Moving at the speed of light. Every moment in new space. Every moment a new you.
So now, feeling the most delicious hug from the universe, the most delicious hug of your own love. We go forth and we feel the energetic matrices that have been inlaid from this night that will be in us now. Thank you for joining this journey. Thank you. We love you. Bye.